Let's see.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell when it actually goes live.
Yep, I think we're live.
Okay, then let's do something. Okay.
Oh, perfect. We are.
We are live.
Okay, hey, Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
It's so great to all be here together. Folks are starting to come in now, and so as you come in, take a second to introduce yourself in the chat and share where you're joining us from here tonight. I'm Rabbi Alana, and over there grabbing his guitar gear is Dave Levinson, and we are so thrilled to be spending Shabbat together. The Siddur that we're going to be using tonight, that I'll be calling the page numbers for, is Siddur Kol HaNoar, which is our youth and children's Siddur. If you do not have this prayer book, it is fine. You can use any prayer book that you have. I will give it I will call out the page numbers as we, or I will call out the names of the prayers as we get there, and you can find them in your Siddur. Or just sing along, either using the words of the prayers, or just on Yelalai, Yelalai, because we are going to raise our voices in song and have a wonderful time. And we're going to hit it all off with Yehiyu L'Ratzon.
You're on mute still. Unmute. 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 You're muted. Still muted.
Shabbat Shalom. There we go.
There you go.
Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Shabbat Shalom to Jules and Ruth and Taco. Shabbat Shalom to Rich, who is here from Lansdale. Shabbat Shalom to everyone who is here. And take a second to introduce yourself as you come on in. Tonight, we are going to sing Hine Matov. How good and how wonderful it is to all gather here together on page 8. Hine Matov.
Oops. Yes. Change the capo. Hine Matov ma'ayim.
שבת אחים גם יחד. Hine
Matov ma'ayim. Shabbat achim gam yachad.
So here we are on this eve of Shabbat, on the eve of the new year. Next Friday night, as we gather for Shabbat, we will also gather for Erev Rosh Hashanah. And so this is the final Shabbat of 5780. We made it. From this past Rosh Hashanah to this Rosh Hashanah, so much has happened. So much has happened that I can't even believe that all of the things that have happened have been in the same year.
Right.
This has been an incredible first year for me at Or Hadash. That happened about a month before Rosh Hashanah last year.
Wow.
It was a year that has
Like
seen
that.
impeachment hearings. It's a year that has seen Purim spiels that took us to Broadway and back. It has been a year with Cheryl Burson dressing up as a giant dreidel for Hanukkah. It has been a year of COVID-19.
Right.
It has been a year marked with so many wonderful things and so many scary things. And as we sing Lecha Dodi, our song welcoming in the Shabbat bride, I want to invite you to type into the chat things that you've experienced this year. Good things that you hope to carry into next year, or good things that you hope will come back in the next year that we can find ways to somehow embrace together in the new year in a different way. And also things in this year that you hope not to carry with you into the next. And let's together fill this chat with memories of 5780 from this past Rosh Hashanah until this one, because we kind of got thrown into 2020. We kind of got tossed into it. And here, as the new Jewish year begins, we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to enter into this new year very differently, with our eyes open, with confidence, with knowledge, and ready to take it on and not to have it take us on. And so let's fill this chat with memories, good, bad, and in between, of 5780. Lecha Dodi is on page 9. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Yishmi'anu el ha-meyuchad Adonai echad U'shemo echad Hashem u'tiferet v'litzah. Hey! Yanai, yanana, yanai, yanai, yanana, yamanai, yanai, yanai, yamanai, yanai. Dili kratkala yananai 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 B'nai Shabbat nekabela Dili kratkala yananai yananai B'nai Shabbat. We rise and we face the entrance to our homes for Boi v'shalom ateret hala Gam besimcha uvetzocholai Toch emunei hamsegula Boi chala Take it away, Dave. And as we enter into these first few moments of Shabbat, we bless the source of life, and as we bless the source of life, so we are blessed. Baruch Hu on page 10.
Okay. Whoops. Almost lost it. Not quite. As we bless the source of life, so we are blessed. As we bless the source of life, so we are blessed. And the blessing gives us strength and makes our vision clear. And the blessing gives us peace and the courage to dare as we bless the source of life. So we are blessed.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim b'chochma v'oteach sharim v'imna meshanei etim. As we roll into dark, we notice the setting sun behind us, the stars beginning to come out. As Shabbat enters all around, we roll into dark.
Day turns to night, roll into dark, roll into lights. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Oh, Lila, oh, Leo, we play ocean. Oh, Leo, we play ocean. The ocean needs them.
Roll into dark.
Roll into dark, roll into lights. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into lights. Night becomes day,
Day turns to night.
oh, Lila, oh, ocean.
And as we roll into dark and roll into night, and we see day following night, night following day, season following season in this week that has seen so much transition and change, but also on this day that we notice so much that has not changed in our national memory. We also mark the season that changes each day on the 11th of September as we remember the anniversary of the attacks on September 11th, that the changing of seasons brings so much joy and renewal, but the changing of seasons can also bring up traumatic memories. And so as we prepare to close our eyes and open our ears for the Shema on page 16, those of you who were alive on September 11th, we also close our eyes and open our memories to that moment where we were 19 years ago. And also remember the unity that we saw, the oneness of people helping one another. Everyday people turning in to heroes and helpers, people standing up for one another as a rising tide of Islamophobia took over our country in the months that followed and threatened the fiber of who we are, people standing up for one another, and also the ways in which we have so much healing still to do. We turn from that oneness on the human level to the oneness on the divine level with the words of Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. And that great love of the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'otecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Vishinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shoch becha u'v'kumecha u'kashartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chetavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'yisharecha. What is the most courageous thing you ever did? Is the question on the bottom of page 21 in our children's Siddur, underneath the story of Nachshon ben Aminadav, the Israelite who, not by raising up his staff like Moses, not by raising up his voice in song like Miriam, but because of his bravery and courage and belief that the sea would part, that there would be an end to the flooding waters that stood in his path, took that first step into the sea, and tradition teaches us was actually the thing that caused the sea to part and the Israelites walk through on dry land. And so our Siddur asks us, what is the most courageous thing you have done? And in this year that has taken so much courage, I want to invite you to share in the chat an act of courage, of moral courage, of spiritual courage, of emotional courage that you have taken, that you have done this year, and share it with us as we sing our song of freedom, of resilience, and of connecting us to each and every one of those moments throughout our history in which human action has made those seas part, has made that freedom possible, has made that resilience something that has stayed with us in the core of what it means to be a person in this world. So what is an act of courage? What is a Nachshon thing that you have done in this past year? as we turn to page 22 for Mi Chamocha. Yeah, Jules, I'll take that one. Self-publishing a book, Kol HaKavod. Page 22. And so as we turn to page 26 for Vishamru, we do not actually sing Vishamru. This week, I am pleased to present a premiere of a brand new stop animation by David, one of the members of our congregation, who is for a service project, doing some creative community service for us at Or Hadash, and every month is going to be doing a stop animation video of the next Jewish holiday that is coming up, or of a Jewish holiday in the calendar. And this week we are premiering in this moment of Vishamru his brand new stop animation about Shabbat.
Oh,
Wait, hang on. We may have had a problem. Let me try that again. Hold on. I think I had some technical difficulties. Let me try that again. I think I had too many screens open. Let's try that one more time.
why won't this work? Need some help? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam b'rei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. Written by David, prayers by David, pictures by David, built by David, voices by David, pieces by eBay.
And so I can't think of a better way to bring in that spirit of Shabbat than with that awesome Lego reenactment. I think that you captured the spirit of Vishamru perfectly. And so we'll take a breath and rise in spirit or in body. Yasher koach to David. And now that we have premiered it here at our Three-Part Harmony Family Shabbat service, we will also be uploading it along with the video he's going to do each month after we premiere it at the service on our YouTube channel, so that we're going to collect an All About the Jewish Holidays stop animation playlist. So we're going to premiere them every month here on our family service, and add that creativity to our service, and also put them out into the world for everyone to use. And so I want to offer as a kavanah, an intention as we move into the Amidah, creativity on the cusp of the new year. As we think about things that we do that are brave, we also bring in this element of creativity, of being, of what we can do in this world when we trust ourselves enough to bring something new into it, when we are ourselves, don't second guess our ideas, and allow them to blossom and enrich the world around us. The Amidah silent for Shabbat evening begins on page 29, or in a slightly fuller liturgy on page 70. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agid teilatecha. Yeah, you'll see when you start writing with it. That's a permanent marker. No. When you start with these, start with these. Start with those. Page 30, Oseh Shalom, a prayer for peace. we turn from our silent prayer through this doorway of our prayer for peace, Oseh Shalom, into a prayer for healing, our Misha Berach Lecholim. And I want to invite you, if there's someone you're thinking of for healing and wholeness, to share their names in the chat so that we can together build a list of all of those about whom we're thinking, and we can call all of our consciousness to them and notice the ways in which we are able to support one another. And so, adding to the list that we're generating here in the chat, we are thinking of and sending our energy and our hopes for healing tonight to Roberta Archibald, Arden Bell, Carol Mueller Bell, Ruth Belzer, Rabbi Deborah Bowen, Sarah Cerulnik, Bill Conrad, Robin Cupo, Francesca Dever, Eric Gershman, Jonathan Giannini, George and Gail Glansberg, Hal Goodman, Talia Gottesman, Amy Gross, Alberta Hall, Cordula Hamish, Chava Hurley, Michelle Kalish, Sharon Cass, Fran Kaufman, Elsie Lieberstein, Len McEwen, Robert and William Mueller, Anthony Nero, Lisa Nicholson, Stan Pollock, Abby Rosenberg, Mike Rosenberg, Shelley Sanders, Willie Schneer, Bertha Schwartz, Margaret Steiber, Ellen Stuerman, Lloyd Suter, Lynn Van Engel, Isabel Vita, Stan Weckstein, Millie Weissman, Grace Zangwill, Sonia Frischkin Zangwill, Eileen Zeff, and Don Rago, Eric Griffin Shelley, Aaron Gross, Doug Proudman, and Ivy Snitzer. Our Misha Berach Lecholim, our prayer for healing.
Bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. Let us say Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We turn from our prayer for healing to our Kiddush as we raise our glasses of sweetness. A reminder that we support one another when we're in need of help, and we also raise our glasses together in times of great joy. Do I have a Kiddush helper today?
I do.
Come, Kiddush helper. Come on.
This will off
Okay, come on up.
some.
Bean, do you want to come stand on the chair?
Margo.
Okay, we'll fix that after the service. But for now, would you like to do some Kiddush?
Yeah.
All right, hold it nice and straight and ready. Okay? Cool.
2 hands.
2 hands. That's right. For all of you holding Kiddush cups at home, 2 hands. You heard it here first. Savri Chavirai. L'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. V'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu. Zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh. Zecher letziat Mitzrayim. Ki eleinu karata ve'otanu kitahashta la'avodatecha. ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת לחיים. L'chaim. You can go ahead and drink the grape juice now. Is it yummy? Yum, yum, yum. And we remain in our standing positions as we turn to Aleinu on page 34. Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שנתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. We can be seated. And as we turn to page 36 for Kaddish Yatom, for Mourner's Kaddish, we also turn in our hearts and in our memories to those whom we've loved and lost at this season in years past, or in recent weeks and months, and especially as we get ready for Rosh Hashanah next week, who we're thinking of especially, who we no longer get to spend the holidays with, but who are with us in our hearts each year as we celebrate the holidays, maybe with a Kiddush cup that belonged to them, or an apples and honey tray that belonged to them, or with a favorite recipe, or maybe wearing a talis that has been passed down from generation to generation, or maybe one that you bought with a member of your family on the day that they came with you to a Judaica shop right before you went to mikvah when you were converting to Judaism. Whatever those things are that we carry, those memories, as we head into this holiday season, we carry them with us into this moment of Mourner's Kaddish. And so this week at Or Hadash, we remember the yortzites of Noah Deitch, nephew of Laura Medalis, Chaim Elfman, father of Betty Kahn, Florence Greenberg, aunt of Carolyn Savitsky, Joel Marenson, father of Bruce Merenstein, father of Ruth Merenstein, Ruth Goldberg, aunt of Barry Bell, Manny Schachner, father of Sandy Malkin, and Daniel Siegel, father of Bert Siegel. And we note also that we're in a period of Shloshim for Gilbert Pelovitz, father of Ann Davis, father-in-law of Barry Davis, grandfather of Meredith and Craig, whose funeral was last week in Florida. And also we are saying Kaddish for Karen Lowy and for all of the others whom we're thinking of tonight, as well as all of those in our country who have lost their lives and been laid to rest over the past week, who succumbed to COVID-19. And so I want to invite everyone who is saying Kaddish, who's observing a yortzeit, or in a period of mourning, to rise in spirit or in body on page 36 for Mourner's Kaddish, along with those whose tradition it is to rise for Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemeh rabba, ve'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala uvizman kariv v'imru, Yehei shmei rabba mevorach leolam ulalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitkomam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shemei dekudesha, Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, Da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. V'imru. Amen. Zichronam livracha. May their memories be a sweet, sweet blessing for us. And so, before we sing a little Yom Huledet Sameach to our September birthdays, and we've made a choice for privacy of children that we are not going to read everybody's names on YouTube, but we are just going to give a giant shout out to everybody who has a September birthday, including our wonderful animator tonight, whose birthday is in 2 weeks. I want to give a couple of really, really fast both shout outs and announcements. First, a huge shout out to Dave for his awesome song leading and singing tonight. It has been a major new learning for us to figure out how the heck to co-lead a musical singing service over Zoom with network latency and auto echo reductions and all the things that the internet tries to throw at us to make it almost impossible to bring any sense of ruach to people. But a giant shout out to Dave, who month after month after month seems to figure out how to just pour energy and ruach through this screen. So a giant shout out there. And also to all of the people who've been working tirelessly to make High Holidays happen this year. 1 week from tonight, we enter into Rosh Hashanah. And so next week, we will gather not on YouTube, but instead over Zoom for our Erev Shabbat, Erev Rosh Hashanah Seder. So Michelle Smithman and her awesome band of masked and gloved volunteers spent this morning putting together our awesome bags of gear for the new year. And so in our Gear for the New Year bag, you will have everything you need to celebrate Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur with Or Hadash. If you are a member of Or Hadash, there is a bag for you right now in the back of the sanctuary. There are pickup times, 2 pickup times this week. Check your HaKesher for the exact times. I'm not going to share them over YouTube. And if you are unable to or unwilling to be able to pick up your bags, we have a dedicated team of schleppers who will be delivering the remaining bags. It's especially helpful if you let Michelle Smithman know that you will not be able to pick up your bags. So in your bags, we have High Holiday Food Drive collection bags, the obligatory Jewish calendar. If you have a kid or kids in your family, there is a wonderful bag of crafting supplies and stickers and activities for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, one for each child. There is a big packet of papers including everything from a letter from me, High Holiday Frequently Asked Questions. The most important thing is the High Holiday calendar with information about our service offerings for people of all ages and stages. For next Friday night, a hard copy of our Seder and service for Erev Rosh Hashanah. For the afternoon of the first day of Rosh Hashanah, a do-it-yourself guide to Tashlich, if you will not be joining us in person or by Zoom, but you're doing it on your own, and a copy of our Tashlich service that you can bring along with you to Cisco Park or to whatever body of water you'll be throwing breadcrumbs or seeds or petals into this year. Zoom instructions for helpful and easy posting near your sacred device of choice. The annual Or Hadash High Holiday Bingo card. The service is on Zoom. There's no one to catch you. And information about our High Holiday scavenger hunt on the Scaver app on the back. And our supplement of High Holiday readings, both for the services and some additional readings and poetry, highlighting especially those created during our Liturgist Studio workshop series that Jules facilitated this year. There are original pieces by Kim, Betty, and Jules here in our booklets, along as well with Apples and Honey. And a gift from me to all of you, recipe cards to go along with our Rosh Hashanah Seder, highlighting some of the items that will be on our tables. And lastly, thanks to the generosity of a donor in our community and the Holocaust Educational Committee, a copy for everyone of Dan Schwartz's mother, Bertha Schwartz's new memoir that she just published, hot off the presses. She joined us for our Yom HaShoah program and talked a lot about her memoir that would be forthcoming, and it is in each of our High Holiday bags. And so if you have not yet signed up for High Holidays at Or Hadash, I also just copied and pasted the link into the chat so that you can see all of the wonderful things that we have going on. tiny.cc/OH5781 HH Reg, High Holiday Reg, to learn more about and register for all of our wonderful and fabulous High Holiday offerings. And a big thanks to Pat Steinberg and the entire High Holiday Committee for bringing together this incredible suite of opportunities for coming together for services, for study, for meditation, for scavenger hunting, for small group reflection, for healing services. As a synagogue in cyberspace, I cannot think of a more incredible team of people to be working with to re-envision the way that we can recreate these sacred days in a way that transforms our homes into each of us and in a personal mikdash ma'at, a small sanctuary in each of our homes from which we will join together in sacred community. And so, speaking of sacred community, we will be a sacred community singing out all of our September birthday folks in our community who, with their birthday, bring new light, new opportunity, and new joy for the new year. So may your light kindle light in us, and let's sing you into the new year as you usher us into ours. Take it away, Dave, with some Hayom Yom Huledet.
Hayom Yom Huledet, Hayom Yom Huledet, Hayom Yom Huledet lechaveri.
Woo!
Yom Huledet, Hayom Yom Huledet, Yom Yom Huledet lechaveri. Anu sameach asher poreach, Hayom Yom Huledet lechaveri.
Woo!
Sameach asher poreach, Hayom Yom Huledet lechaveri. Hayom Yom Huledet, Hayom Yom Huledet, Yom Yom Huledet lechaveri.
Yom Huledet Sameach and Shabbat Shalom, from our home to your home to wherever it is that we all gather from in all of our spaces. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And we'll see you next week for Rosh Hashanah. L'Shana Tova. And I hope that everyone has an incredible and restful last Shabbat of the year.
I have to go pee and do so.
Have a great one. Shabbat Shalom.